You're the director of the film. Please welcome Monika Melen. Actress extraordinaire Anita Hollander will be engaging her in questions, and then we'll open it to questions from the audience. Anita, thank you so much for doing this and for being a part. Over to you.
I'm particularly glad to be here tonight. This is my 36th anniversary since I became a mermaid, meaning lost my leg, which is a double high, life, everything. I'm glad to be alive and glad to have one leg. So I'm even more glad to be interviewing you, Monika, because I've watched the film several times, and each time I have another question. So I'll try to keep it simple. And Monika said that her English was not so good, but I told her that my Polish is worse. So anyways, I wanted to ask you a general question of what brought your attention to this idea for a film, and how did you become aware of the two Stases?
Good evening. I'm very happy to be here. I'll apologize for my English, but I promise after 2 years I may come here with my another movie. My English will be perfect. I hope. First of all, a question: how I meet them? Yeah, I'm making a documentary of social subjects. I met many characters, many disabled, wonderful people, and one day a woman told me about this couple. And when I heard about them, I thought that this is a subject that I'm waiting for all life. Absolutely wonderful subject, absolutely wonderful characters. I meet them 5 months after they meet each other, because a little Staś was born, and when he was born, the nurse tell his parents that there is a man in Krakow sharing the same name, a painter. They were wondering 5 months, meet or don't meet him. They were afraid. But finally they meet Big Stanislav, Big Stanley, and they are now in touch. They live, one in Warsaw, second in Krakow, so it's about 2-3 hours away, but they contact every month. They meet on the anniversary, and they still in friendship, yes.
Did you say every month?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
great.
That's because now it's time that little Staś has a question. Now he's 5, and he starting thinking about this, asking questions. Sometimes he needs Stanislav. Just he needed because he want to talk with him. He want to see him. It gives us good.
That's great. And in the Polish culture, I mean, we're in America, and we're struggling. The disabled community is pushing and fighting for more inclusion and to be a part of everything, film and everything. In Poland, how is the Polish culture towards disability and the disability community? How do you find it? I mean, you obviously were interested, but what is that like? Can you give us a little of that?
It's a little bit better, but it's not good enough, I think. I feel like a little brick in the wall between healthy people and disabled people, because in Poland, I think everywhere, people afraid. People don't want to see these people because they don't know how to help them. They're afraid, they don't know this word. I think that our mission, filmmaker, is to open this world, to show that they are absolutely normal, absolutely great people, and we just can meet them, can talk with them, can treat them as a normal people, absolutely.
That's great. Is Stanislav a famous artist in Poland? Is he well known?
Yes, he is an organization of people who paints with mouth and feet, VDMFK. It's a famous organization all over the world. He's well known. He paints very well. I was hoping that in film you will see it, that he paints very well. He's a good artist.
Great. Your film is being well received all over this country, all over, I mean, several cities and festivals. Has it been received well in Europe? Have you? I was in Russia at the Breaking Down Barriers festival in November, and I was just wondering where else has the film shown?
Maybe in the future, because it's the beginning of his road, beginning in America. I'm very glad of this. It hasn't been in TV yet, but it will be in Polish TV. I hope it will be traveling all over the world. I hope.
Me too. Okay, so here's a question. You're a female filmmaker, and there's been a lot of struggle and fight in this country about female filmmakers. How is it for you in Poland? Are you unusual as a female filmmaker?
No, in Poland there are many women filmmakers. We have no problem with this.
Obviously not. Poland's doing very well that way. And I think you've spoken a little about how this film has affected you personally. I was interested in whether he painted the scenery before you filmed it, or you found the places where he made the paintings and filmed them afterwards.
This is funny. I think you won't believe it. I thought about it, but I was afraid that it's too simple. I make by my phone picture of the scene, and then I sent Stanislav through the messenger, and I asked him a question: could you paint it? After 2 hours, he sent me paint. Then I thought maybe another one. So we paint 5 pictures.
That's incredible.
One day.
Amazing, and it makes it more wonderful to watch because of that. Do we have any questions? I know that Monika loves to get feedback and to hear how you felt about it as well, not just questions, but reactions and responses. So, oh, great.
Then the hands go up, yes.
I was so touched by the scene with the children and how they accepted little Stanislav. And it was just beautiful to see that in the future Italy will be better, because these children are seeing it and learning it, and to see how they create out of the box. And the person with no arms can still write and do it, and it was all very much fun to see things like that. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I loved how they included him in the dance, just grabbed hold. It was great.
Well, I also thought that the painting, when you had the painting and then you went to the actual scene, that was just so beautifully done. I was curious with the, developing, did you have a storyline? I mean, it seemed, no, it's Stas, by Stas, for Stas. Did you develop a story for Big Stas and Little Stas?
I must tell you that it's my first documentary big movie. I make a smaller one for television, but it was first so big. I was afraid. I make it for 2 years. I make scenes. I have a lot of scenes in the summer, in the winter, and then I sit on the editing and I wondering how to make a way to show it. A simple way. Then I thought that maybe a film for Stanislav. Maybe this will be a good idea. So I told Big Stanley, could you make a film for a little Stash? Could you do it for me? He was thinking, but he told he will do it. So I cut it and I make scenes between his how to name it, his film, his will for this, for the future, something like this. And I was afraid. It's so simple. It's everything was in the cinema. It's absolutely simple way, but maybe it works in this film.
About it? It's charming. It is I was wondering about financing. Was it, was, did you have difficulty or was it easy to finance it, the project?
Money, to how to get money for it.
I work in the public TV. It was my little documentary, and then I gave money for the big film. It wasn't good money. I don't have the money for music. I just asked a big compositor, very famous in Poland, could you make music for free for me in this film? He agreed. So it's film made with a heart.
Hold on, let me...
Oh, he
What
was
does
very
Big Stanley
afraid.
think of this film?
He was very afraid. First of all, when I came to his house, he told me, "You never go to the painting room. I never show you anything." But day after day, we spent 2 years. He was open, but when he saw a film, he finally trusted me. He was very afraid what I'm doing, maybe it wasn't a kind of pity film, the people will be sorry for them. He didn't want to do. He's good with this film, yeah. He liked it.
Anita and Monika, I want to thank you both so much for this conversation. Monika, for this
I
fantastic
will be all
film.
evening if you had a question.
She'll be here. I invite everybody actually to join us in the gallery where you could see some art. I feel that's a nice connection. We're having Fountain House has an exhibit upstairs, and some of the artists will be up there. So join us for some wine, continue the conversation, and then be sure to come back down here for the 8:30 screening of Bottom Dollars, which will be preceded, by the way, by a short called How We Met Laurel. So please join us for those, and we'll see you very soon. Tomorrow night, more great films, and join us for the rest of the week. Thank you very much.